My name is David Adams. I'm currently restoring a 1948/49 Packard. This car was all original, had 29,000 miles on it, and it begged me to bring it back to life. Some things I've learned restoring cars, and specifically a 48/49 Packard, is the technology. They did things differently than we do now. For instance, the Packard has a positive ground on their electrical system, which is exactly opposite of modern cars. So everything I do when I come to wire, I have to think about it and do it backwards. My favorite feature of the Packard, and specifically mine, I say it because Packard was pretty innovative. My model had a lot of new features. It had something called auto shift, where you did not have to hit the clutch. And it had a lot of bells and whistles on the car that normal cars didn't have at the time. What's the most difficult thing about the car was when I got it, it was all original and in great condition for its age. I basically took a couple months of just cleaning it and polishing it when I got it, and right after I got it done and ready to go, ready for a car show, I took it out for a little drive, and somebody rear-ended me at like 60 miles an hour, spun me around, put me in the ditch. It wasn't fun, but I walked away from it, and the car technically walked away from it, but the rear end, it was damaged now. So I had estimates done. It was over 10 grand to get it done. So in my wisdom, I'm gonna do it myself. So based on that, my biggest challenge is learning how to weld. I bought a parts car, and I'm going to cut the back end of the car off and graft it onto mine. So I've been teaching myself how to weld. Some of the little things I am looking forward to working on is redoing all the wiring, because I don't know about you, but if I was 70 plus years old, my wiring would be pretty crunchy. And so it all needs to be replaced. Another cool thing about Packards that I gotta say is they had straight 8 engines, which means all the cylinders were in a line straight, not your typical V like the current engines. They were all in a line, so the engine ran really smooth and had a lot of power in the low end, a lot of torque. One of the things they used to do for Packards when they'd sell them, the dealers would get a gold coin, a Packard coin, and they'd lay it on top of the engine and start the car. The coin would stay vertical, it'd stay upright, just showing how smooth the engine was. And I gotta tell you, when I got it, I found one of those coins and I did it. So that's my screensaver at work. What would I tell somebody if they wanted to get into restoration? Well, there's 2 kinds of people that do restorations. Some people want to make it more modern and chop it down, chop the top lower, put in giant V8s and make them rat rods, you know, and those are okay. And then there's the people like me that want to bring back the past. I would like somebody to be able to get in the car and sit there and start it and know what it felt like in the 1940s. So if you're gonna restore a car, in the beginning, decide what kind of restoration you want to do. And you could do a combination of those things. You know, do the interior old and put a nice new engine in it, or you know, whatever you'd like, but just have a plan on what you'd like to do. And I recommend doing as much of it as you can yourself, because you know, if you send it out and have somebody else do it, what's the fun in that?